What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 90 of the Average Aussies Premier League podcast. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, don't forget to give us a like, give us a follow, give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe on YouTube. Go to www.averageaussies.com.au if you want. There's heaps of merch still left there. And yeah, let's get into it. Fellas, we're back. Smitty, you're back, mate.
Back, boys.
We finally wrangled you in from work.
Yeah, thanks. Yes, and feeling a lot better than the head fog that I was in post a one Zachary Brooks Bucks.
Which
was a grand weekend, a few grand actually, if you indulged in some of the other stuff. Broke the bank actually, but yeah, great time.
No, it's great to have you back and in a good headspace, Smitty. Like, out of the cage, we say. Beef, you not so good.
Mate.
You still got head fog, but for a different reason.
Ange is fired up and so am I.
Ange is fired up. Ange could be getting fired.
No chance.
All right, boys, we'll go straight into it. We got an international break coming up, and we'll just kick it off with the Socceroos. So we face China in a do or die World Cup clash at Adelaide Oval. First time since 2017. We returned to Adelaide for Tony Popovic's first game. So it's a bit of a hairy one.
Interesting lineup. I like it.
Riley McGree back.
Riley McGree back. Connor Metcalf can fuck right off. I don't know. Like, he must have photos of someone at like
100%.
Football Federation Australia.
Yeah,
he's. You know how he used to bat? There's always someone in the Australian team that are like shitter than shit themselves. Like
Cruz.
Remember Cruz? Before him was Brett Holman, who still scored a couple of screamers at World Cups.
Robbie Cruz caused so much heartache just watching him just
in the number
the
10
on the wing.
That's what annoyed
but he would
me.
like drift onto the wing, and then it's just like, what's going on? What's doing here? And shout out to Robbie Cruz.
And who's the guy before that? Maybe even a Cozzy or someone before that. But I don't mind this lineup. Like, I don't think Metcalf will start. I think they'll go McGree, Bacchus, and Longu, who returns from retirement.
So that's an interesting one. I was actually listening to Popovic's press conference today. So Popovic actually didn't speak to Luongo, eh? That's what they said. Oh, you had a conversation with Massimo, got him to come out of retirement. He's like, oh, I haven't said a word to Massimo. He just made himself available for selection. So he's like, I'm assuming someone inside the organisation has spoken to him and got him out of retirement. So I don't know whether that's kind of a bit weird. Like, has he retired because he didn't really like Graham Arnold, you reckon?
Maybe. Or he's seen the dire straits we're in and wants to come back and do his part for the country.
I just think he wanted, like, his club career at the time was so important, getting Ipswich to a Premier League. And it's kind of like the Kalen Ponga situation in the NRL at the moment. Like, should you be allowed to do that? I don't think you can.
What, retire and come back?
Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like choose to not play for your country.
Yeah, and Popper made a massive point of saying, like, I shouldn't have to sell the Socceroos jersey to anyone. He was like, if I have to sell you the jersey, then I don't want you in the team, which I fucking love, because I'm sick of us being like, oh, this guy could play for Australia, or he could play for that bloke that could play for Italy, and like, you know, they're trying to swindle him to play for Australia. Like, fuck off, man. If you don't want to play for Australia, if we have to, like, yeah, as Popper said, if I have to sell it to you, like, you shouldn't be having to be sell an Australian jersey to anyone.
Could we see the manager bounce against China?
I think, mate, our teams, we should pump them, really. Yeah. Like, I mean, Hurisk back in the midfield as well. It's just the same old Aussie question, who scores the goals?
Yeah, it's the biggest thing for me, because China have conceded 9 goals in their first 2 qualifiers. We scored 0 goals in our first 2 qualifiers. So who knows what could happen here. China will sit deep, like they'll just sit tight and, you know, probably try and hit us on the counter. But
when is it? Midweek?
I think it might be.
I'll get it.
No, it might be on the weekend, actually. But yeah, we're just going to have to break the teams down, which we don't really do that well either. So, I mean, Riley McGree in the 10, probably good to have back from his injury with Middlesbrough, but it's going to be a tough ask. And I don't know what happens if we lose this game, because we're currently 5th. I think China is 6th. So we have to finish 3rd to even be.
We have to finish 3rd.
So I think it's like, if we don't win this game, then it's. So,
you can pretty much say that. I mean, Japan are fucking flying. They look so good. Their team's actually unbelievable at the moment.
It's so good, 100%. Well, you got Matoma, probably Tomiyasu from Arsenal. I think you got the guy who plays for Wolves. Is he Chinese? I don't know. I can't remember.
I saw the team the other day. It's fucking
No, they
stacked.
do. Yeah, they do have some crack. Kim Jing Lee or whatever plays for Bayern Munich. I don't know.
Can just say some syllables. You usually get away with it.
He scored yesterday. That what's his name? Min Jim K.
Min Jim K. That's
Yeah.
it. Jim Min K.
It's Thursday night, 8:10 p.m. Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, right.
So tune in.
Absolutely no advertising for it yet again.
No,
Congratulations to the FA for getting that one in the marketing scheme.
Popovic has picked that Nissan Velapoli or whatever,
Yes.
the Melbourne Victory
Yeah.
striker,
Yeah.
and Dad is like his gun as well.
Oh,
So when
shit.
Dad
Daz is
when
right
Dad
there.
puts his A-League stamp of approval on something, fucking watch this space.
Destroying. We're on here.
We'll have to get him to do a blog.
He also.
Yeah, we should.
He would
We
love
should.
it on
He'd
the
love
blog.
it, mate.
Yeah,
He'd fucking-
mate, do
he'd
it.
love
Sign him up. You need
Yeah.
to, I want to see messages.
I will.
Tomorrow.
I'll
We'll
message
drop it on Thursday afternoon before the game.
Yeah. I'll
If you've
platypus
got time.
Gaz.
Let's not put pressure
Oh,
on
he'll stay up late.
It'll be a fucking novel.
was
We'll
I
get
gonna-
it published.
I was going to say something. Oh, I think who was playing in the Australian Cup, or was it the Australian Cup or the Asia Cup? But apparently, I think Popper's picked a few players out of there because they've been playing currently. So he's like
Central Coast have been playing. They lost to some shit team the other day too.
Yeah, they did. I think Django was actually.
Is it Melbourne Victory? I think he's picked a fair few Melbourne.
Yeah, well, Victor
Yeah.
But he
played
also used to
Macarthur.
coach him too.
Yeah, and he said he knows them, and they've been playing, so he was keen to get him in the side. I mean, the A-League kicks off after the international round too. So, I mean, there'll be probably some players out there trying to make a statement. I hope we can beat China. If we can't beat China, then we probably don't want to go to the World Cup, to be honest. You know what I mean?
That is true.
But yeah. So
And the other teams, like China and Japan, are one thing, but the teams that we just couldn't beat, they're
No.
not going to be at the World Cup.
no, well, if you can't beat China, you definitely can't beat Japan. If you can't
Exactly.
beat Japan, you're
can't
not going to
beat
beat anyone
Peru.
in the World Cup
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Japan will beat people at the World Cup. So
Yeah.
And I think you were saying, Smitty, we might not have to go to South
Mate,
America.
to be honest with you,
We don't know, eh?
like for a
Is it-
footballing, wannabe football nation and stuff, it's bizarre how nobody knows what the fuck's going on with this
qualifying
World
process,
Cup because there's more teams, and so I
4,000
believe we actually don't go to the South American playoff now. It's just the playoff in Asia, so we still have that fifth spot, but we don't get any more spots.
It would make sense if you got
Sorry, we're guaranteed that fifth spot. Whereas before, there was a chance of not having it in South
okay.
America.
It makes sense. Obviously, if you got more teams, then it should just stay in the Asia Pacific area.
But we still got to make the playoff first.
But we still got to get there first. That's exactly right.
We're going to get past China on Thursday night.
China. Anyway, hopefully
Go to the Socceroos. I'm envisioning 5-0 Irukundra hat-trick.
Oh, that
and he's
would
going to
be-
make a fucking statement.
That would be pure sauce. I'd love to see that.
And Popovic gets his shirt off.
I'm going 1-0. The Socceroos just grind it away and just get a late
At the Adelaide Oval.
like a late scrappy goal. That's just written in our future at the moment. The way we've been playing, I just can't see where. I don't know, Smitty, how we go from scoring 2 duck eggs to then scoring 5.
But there's a lot of additions to the squad
The
again.
squad's different, yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right.
And the manager bounce. Home game.
What do you got?
Thursday
Come
night.
on, give us something.
Mate, spring night in Adelaide.
Oh, tell me more.
I'm saying 2-1.
A couple of wines from
Yeah.
the South Australian winery.
Exactly. Got good vibes for Popper.
Oh, that's it, mate. Let's go.